You can't be born with the and not want to have sex with Scarlett Johansson. Like,
I know, she's so beautiful, dude. She's like the perfect woman.
Yeah. Ghost in the Shell is a 2017 reimagining of the Ghost in the Shell series, which started in 1994 as an animated film. And what basically happens in Ghost in the Shell, it takes place in a future city where people have become enhanced with cybernetics, and stars the Major, who is a military personnel who works for Sector 9. She is struggling with her identity and her memories, and she's trying to do all of this while also trying to chase a mysterious villain who has been responsible for several nationwide hacks. Although there's a lot of controversy regarding this movie itself, I thought the movie itself wasn't that bad. What do you think?
Scarlett Johansson is the best actress and the perfect actress to play the Major in this movie. She's flawless, absolutely flawless. I don't think I can think of any other person that could have played this role as well as she did.
Unfortunately, for all of you Asian people who thought there could have been some sort of Asian that could have played the Major, I actually do agree with Leo. I actually do think Scarlett Johansson does a very good part, and she does an excellent job at playing the Major. She's quite the badass. She knows what she's doing. And I think overall, Scarlett Johansson understands the Major.
This movie's not perfect, though. I don't know if this was the writer, the director, who decided this, but they assumed that the audience are a bunch of idiots. They go out of their way to over-explain things. Like, the movie basically starts out saying, you're a soul in an android body. You're a ghost in a shell.
It's the worst line in the whole movie. It's the opening line, and it sets expectations that you, the viewer, are a complete dumbass. The original Ghost in the Shell doesn't make this sort of assumption, and neither does the anime series either. But this director apparently thinks that most American audiences have the intelligence of a pistachio and have to explain everything to us. Yes, you're a ghost. A ghost means a soul. It's a brain in another body. Yes, do we need to explain it every 20 minutes? No, we do not. Don't hammer it into us.
And this is not the only issue. There's other parts in this film. The ending is not satisfying. There's a big action set piece, and then it sort of ends. And I'm being really careful not to give spoilers, but the movie totally ends here where it should have ended here.
So one thing that's actually really nice is the visuals. The visuals are great. They do a great job of capturing this cyberpunk city that's just engrossed in cybernetically enhancing itself. These huge murals of just blatant, pointless advertisements. This environment is great. And sometimes I wish they, put more work into the world building, but at least from a visual perspective, it looks amazing.
I have 3 words for you. Water, fight, scene. It is visually stunning.
And it actually draws some of its elements from the original Ghost in the Shell anime and does a great job at least on the visual perspective. Yes, the flesh-colored android suit is indeed from the original and is not just some thrown fan service for the sake of it. So hey, they're keeping the fan service intact, just the way I like it. What? So, one of the big questions surrounding this movie is how does it hold up to the original? And actually, I don't think most people have seen the original because it's such a niche film. And needless to say, I think that it doesn't necessarily hold up to the original. Just because in 1994, the groundbreaking idea of what it's like to be human and the intense amount of philosophy that was surrounding that topic at the time was very groundbreaking. So nothing new is being introduced in this movie, I feel. And actually the movie originally is quite slow. This movie is really good with pacing. You don't feel like anything's dragging. You don't feel like anything's going too fast. They've done a good job at sort of condensing all of that stuff into a 2-hour movie.
And I really enjoy how they are able to mix in all of the action in between all the philosophy, where they're exploring her relationships with other people. She questions, am I human? Am I a robot? Are you only talking to me because I'm your friend and we're humans and I'm a human just like you? Or is it because I'm a contracted super soldier, essentially?
Overall, I think this movie is actually pretty decent, and especially if you haven't watched the original Ghost in the Shell, I think this is worth a watch, controversy aside. People who have watched the original Ghost in the Shell might find its lack of philosophy sort of daunting, but overall still makes for an interesting experience. I give this an 80 for people without the experience, and a 70 for those who have.
I haven't seen the original, but from what I saw, I'd say 75 solidly out of 100. It's really fun, it's really enjoyable, with the few exceptions of they assume I'm an idiot.
Ghost in the Shell, you're an idiot.
Maybe next time you can design me better.
Hey, even in the future, that's not something to think about. I mean, even today, we're just ghosts in our shells. You know? Just ghosts in our shells.
Okay. You took